Hello, my name is Audrey Anderson, and today I'm going to be showing you a few features using your Outlook OneDrive Calendar. So this is the calendar, my OneDrive calendar. I just went into my Outlook account, and then over here on the navigation pane, you can click on that calendar, and this is the page that will come up. So the first thing that I want to show you how to do is how to add an event. You can come up here and click on this blue New Event button, and then it'll open up this window for you. It allows you to add a title. Today I'm going to make this one for a doctor's appointment. This is where it allows you to invite attendees, so you can invite people if this does involve more than just you. It shows a list of my suggested contacts, but you are able to search other contacts as well. Here's where you put the date. So this appointment, we're going to do it on Wednesday, the 27th of December. And then you can scroll over here to change the time. This appointment, we're going to say, is at 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. You can also make it an all-day event if it doesn't have a specific time constraint. You can repeat it. So this is if you want this to show up every day, every week, every Wednesday, every week, every month, year, etc. We're just going to do this as a one-time appointment. You can also add a location. So this, I could add the location of the doctor's office if I wanted to. And then this is the option of the reminder. And so you can either turn it off, or you can have a reminder pop up a week before, 2 hours before, 15 minutes before. I'm going to keep it on the 15 minutes before. This is where you can add extra information that you need. So I need to bring my ID to this doctor's appointment, so I can put bring ID. And then once that's all done and you double check to make sure it's on the right date, you can save. And there it is. It has showed up on my calendar as the doctor's appointment event. So if you do need to come in and edit any appointments or events for any reason, you can just click on the appointment, the event, and then click on the edit. And then it'll bring up that same box with the options. So if I needed to change the time, for example, I thought it was going to go longer, I can make it to 10:30 now instead of 10. Save my changes, and now you can see that that doctor's appointment has changed to 9 o'clock a.m. to 10:30 a.m. If you look over to the left side next to the navigation pane, it does display the current month that you are in right here at the top, but if you go down underneath that, it displays all of the calendars that you have made, and you can choose to show those calendars all at the same time or hide the calendars by just clicking on the check mark next to it. So right now I have my vacation calendar and my just regular calendar that you can see, and so you can see all of those dates on this one calendar. And then if I wanted to add birthdays, so my calendar containing birthdays, I just have to click on that check mark next to birthdays. And then to take it off, I can click on that again and it will hide that calendar. Another feature that I just used to show you that is up here, you are able to change the view of the calendar. So if you want to view it by the month or the week, the school week, day, over here in day, you can choose a specific amount of days that you want it to display. So that's where I was at the weekly view, and I don't have any events on this week. So if you were to come up here and scroll onto the next week and keep going until the week of the 27th, there, that is when your doctor's appointment event would show up. And it's there on that 27th of Wednesday, and I can just display that week. I am going to go back to the monthly view. And now I'll show you how to change specific settings and colors within the calendars. So if you scroll back over here to all of your calendars, You can go over here to the button next to each specific calendar. Right now I'm going to use my calendars. And then if you click on that, it gives you the ability to change the color. So this is going to make it easier if all of your calendars have a different color so that you know which events correlate with which calendar. So like work meetings or doctor's appointment. This one I have set for vacations, which is green. So anything having to do with my vacation will show up in that green color. It also allows you to add a charm. So I could add this little plane to my vacation one just to make it a more simplified layout so that you don't waste time looking for certain events that you otherwise would have been able to see very easily with that color coordination. So now that you're more familiar with how to edit and hide certain calendars, I'm going to show you how to create a new calendar. So right here, we're going to click the Add Calendar button. So then it takes you up to this page. You're able to add the calendar from your directory, or you can add the calendar from the web. So this you can just search for a web calendar if you have the URL. You can also add personal calendars. So this is where I could add calendars that I already have uploaded to my OneDrive account. You can also upload one from a file that is on your computer. So if you have a calendar saved from a different computer or a different account that's not a OneDrive, then you can go in here and you can press that browse button, and then you can just search in your documents for the file and upload it. And then you can click the import button and it will import that calendar into your OneDrive account. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I will be creating a new blank calendar for this. So click on that Create Blank Calendar. It brings you up to this screen. My calendar's name is going to be Boss Calendar. And then you are able to select a color. So I haven't used red yet. I am going to select that red color. And then you can add it to your calendars list. Just make sure that it is going to the right place and you have your calendars with your account selected. You can choose a charm. For this one, I'm just going to leave it off. And then you're going to click Save to save that calendar. Then you can exit out of here. And if you look to the left, then you can see that that boss calendar is now appearing underneath your calendars. Now that we've created that new calendar, I'm going to show you how to share that calendar. So you just come up here to the drop-down arrow next to Share, and I'm going to share that calendar that I just created. Select on Boss Calendar. This is where you're able to share it with multiple people using the email address, or you can use their contact name, so it will come up with the suggested contacts from your account. For this one, I'm just going to put my email in and send it to myself. On my other email account. Oh, it won't let me do that. Well, this is where you would put in that emails, and then you would click share, and they would be able to view that calendar. All right, and now I'm going to show you how to add holidays and birthdays to your calendar. So to add a birthday to your calendar, you're going to come over here and click that check mark on the birthdays calendar, and then you can just go over to more options and it'll display new birthday. So click on new birthday, then you can put the name of that person. I'm just going to put a random name. You can include their email address, their phone number, and then just make sure that you have their date right. I'll put November 9th and create. And then again, you can hide the birthdays calendar by just deselecting that check mark. But we'll go to the November 9th date, click on that birthday, and there is Sarah Smith's birthday shows up. So now we're going to add a holiday by clicking Add Calendar, and then you can scroll down to Holidays. This is where you can search for specific holidays. Right now, the check marks, the box is checked under the United States holidays, so it will display all of the holidays that we celebrate here in the United States. And then it gives you an option of all of these other countries in case you wanted to add those. So we'll just click on France, just for an example. You can also search the holidays instead of scrolling through them. And then we'll just click off of there. And now you can see France holidays. It just defaulted to the purple color, but you can see that that shows up as a France holiday, which you can also hide that by deselecting the box. All right, now I've deselected the other calendars except for all of the other calendars except for the boss calendar. I'm going to input some information, some events, just to show you what that'll look like. All right, so we're going to come up here to New Event. The title of this event. And now I've just quickly added in my event. So the name Agnes Smith, sales representative for small home appliances. The appointment is at 9 o'clock. I'm going to save that event. I will pause the video to save time, and I'm going to enter in a few events so that you can see what it looks like with a calendar that has more than one event in the week. So I will be right back. I will go into enter that information and then show you what that looks like. All right, so now I have entered a few appointments on the 28th of October, just to give you an idea of what it would look like. So here I'm on the monthly view of October, so I click on the 28th, and over here on the right-hand side, it displays all of those events that I just put in. Now you can choose to view this just on the day, and then it'll give you a more in-depth look at the appointments and how long they last. You can also view them through that week. And there you see they are. I'm going to go back to the month. And if you come over here and click on the day, then you can just click on either any of these appointments. The Agnes Smith appointment, the details are down here. So she's the sales representative for small homes appliances. This is at 9 a.m. And if you can look over here, you can tell that it says 0 minutes. I put this in because it's an appointment where we don't really know exactly how long it will run, and so I just put in the starting time. If you scroll down to this one with Pete Rollins, then you can see that this is an hour long, and so it has a specific allotted time for that appointment. So whereas like lunch, it doesn't have an allotted time because it could take a different amount of time depending on how busy places are and everything like that. So if you go down here to Karen Baxter, see this is another one that just has that starting time. But you are able to go in and edit all of those or delete events as you needed. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys feel more confident using Outlook Calendar now.